about
Let's talk about the
something
draft.
else.
It is game
great.
2 coming up here. Navi, London Conspiracy.
Fight.
Now, we already decided it wasn't an out draft per se, so are we going to see any major changes coming up in this draft?
Well, we do see Navi again prioritizing the Beastmaster, but it's also just they don't want to give it away. So I just want to highlight this to me is the offlaner of the patch. It's the offlaner for Navi, and it shows how highly they value the hero. But it does allow through Nature's Prophet.
Ooh.
Yep.
So Chen is there. That's just the go-to for Navi. The other option they have is that Venge Batrider opening, which we saw earlier, versus a Nature's Prophet. Very strong as well.
They banned out the IO. There's still Oracle in the pool. I'm not sure if London Conspiracy actually pick Oracle. What's the name?
I do not know.
Conspiracy?
Actually,
No.
let me
According to my
see.
notes, not a popular hero for
I did not write it down.
I didn't write it down.
See, you never.
Doesn't mean they don't pick it, but it's
I
not
see
like
you
a
never write
staple.
paper.
I do write it down.
I noted that Steph
Photographic
Style
memory.
plays Lich, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reserve time.
Yeah, Steph Style's not standing in.
That's
not
right.
playing,
That's
yeah.
right.
Ah, okay.
That's a shame.
So who are we
Because
gonna
Lich
have
would
here?
definitely be a game winner here.
Chen.
I'm just
The
saying.
Venge.
Yeah, they would have taken the game.
So they changed it up though. This time they do not go for the Venge. They go for the for the Chen instead.
Well, it could still be a ventilator. We've seen a lot of Chen today coming out from Navi.
Yeah, they could pick the Venge first going into the next stage and ban Oracle, so they can deny it to LC without having to ban both.
Yeah.
So pretty smart from Navi, I think.
Cheever, can I hear your best war cry for Sven? You know that noise he makes?
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
Can you hit it up?
Give her a second.
Yeah,
Come on,
I'm
Chief,
afraid.
Prep herself.
Roid it out, Cheever.
Remaining.
God, it was everything I wanted.
Reserve
All right.
I can just die happy, man.
Thank
That was
you.
perfect.
All right, so coming up next for London Conspiracy now. LD, if they do pick Sven, I'm going to need one of those from you. Here we go. What's going to be the next pick? What do you pick against? The Oracle's available, right? And he is a good.
The Venge, right?
If you don't,
think you pick
if you
the
don't
Venge.
take a Batrider counter now, they're gonna ban one and probably pick the Venge.
Oh,
Whoa!
that's really surprising because that's not a hero that I would expect to see banned in the second phase regardless. So what would their
Well, it was banned in the
argument
last
be?
game.
It
second
was
phase.
banned in the last game. I think Gyro is the best carry against Navi's style because of how
Fight
hard,
early.
like he comes online early. He's great in 5-man fights. He's good against the push, and the time when he peaks is right around when Navi want to be fighting.
Yeah, Gyro's ready to throw down right at the beginning of the game until the end of it. I mean,
Well,
it's
Homie,
not bad.
homie angry.
Lycan and Brooder banned out.
Jesus.
Again.
If you don't ban the counters, the Batrider though, playing Gyrocopter is pretty scary against Chen. You're always gonna get dragged into that army of creeps. You're not really gonna have
Yeah,
a good
that's
time.
true. You do got flat cannon though. You can,
But you die so
It
quickly.
doesn't do anything,
I
but you
mean,
got it.
we've talked about Disruptor as an option against Batrider, not like the
Reserve time.
hardest counter. Once he gets BKB, you can't do much, but
Yep.
haven't seen that hero.
None of these games go like super late game though. You know what I mean? Like Batrider BKB is what, like third, fourth item.
Yeah.
So
There's definitely a significant window where you can take advantage of it.
All right, well, smart man taking out the that hyper push of the Death
Navi's
Prophet, and you don't want
time to
Navi
ban.
to get their Lycan pick, and for the millionth time, a Broodmother ban. And there's the Oracle.
So they're going to ban Oracle, they're going to
Okay,
pick
big
Venge. So
Yeah.
now LC, no
Dire
counter
team
to the lasso.
Unless they want to go back for the ban that Shane mentioned earlier. I mean,
I don't know, but
it's one of the few
the
heroes
reason I
that
said
is
it in that game,
semi-counter.
yeah, was because they had Bane and Batrider.
Yeah, it's semi-counter.
Yeah.
All right.
I just think Navi's getting their bread and butter every game. Like, is there going to be a change up? Do we maybe see a bounty hunter to pressure the Chen, try and take the wheels off the push?
You know, if
10
Adfinom
seconds
can't win
remaining.
against Navi with the bounty, I don't know if London Conspiracy
I don't know
wants
if
to
anybody
try.
can.
Jeez, no one can.
No.
No, but this game's different because that game they had a Bane Venge. This game they have a Chen.
True.
Reserve time.
Also, it could be good against Batrider, either to just block the stack, sort of leech experience, harass him. So
Interesting idea there, Mr. LD. We'll see if it comes to fruition.
I'm not sure if it's their most comfortable hero. I did not notice it as something they pick very often, but
Well, it looks like they're taking some time on their pick as well.
I think when you have a carry Gyrocopter, you can also pick
Oh, no.
like
Oh, we've
greedier
seen this go
supports.
wrong
You know what I mean?
before.
'Cause you can kind of leave Gyro on his own.
I like the line a lot this game. You are up against a Batrider, but this is not. This is a stronger carry for the lane. So now you have Lion Gyro that can actually deal with the Batrider.
Right, and can help you out.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Lone Druid.
Much more so than like a
boy.
Lion Ember, which is what we saw earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
Does Dendy play Batrider that much?
Oh, we saw this. Didn't we see this in game 2 of Adfin? Was it not today?
No, we have not seen any Dendy Bat Riders really.
No,
It's
no,
been,
I mean
what I'm
Lone
thinking
Druid.
is
it's
Dandy
been all like
Rider.
Quap, Puck, Windranger.
Yeah, they
Invoker.
had Beastmaster, Chen, Venge, Windranger, Lone Druid in game 1 today.
Yeah, but
But
I'm thinking maybe
Beastmaster's
they,
banned, so that'll be something different.
No,
if
yeah,
they
they have
pick up
Bat
a
Rider
Juggernaut
instead
as
of
their
Beastmaster this
last
game.
pick. I know that's a lot of heroes like Lone Druid, Chen,
5
Juggernaut,
seconds
and
remaining.
then they move Dandy to the Bot Rider.
I think Dendy will be on a magic damage type hero.
Reserve time.
most likely.
Windranger's still in the pool as well if you want to go that route.
Yeah, Windranger could work.
A third Dendy Windranger.
Windranger's not that great
I
this
mean,
game though because they have so
actually,
much magic damage, so
you still have
Windrun
Invoker and
not
Queen of
very
Pain.
effective.
Invoker,
Yeah, I think
Invoker
Queen of-
Lone Druid. Oh,
I think Queen of Pain is the most likely.
Gotta get out those picks before the patch comes. Get
Yeah.
out your Invoker and Lone
Is
Druid
this-
picks.
Alacrity on the bear is just really dirty.
Oh,
There's
yes.
the ban still.
This is what we talked about in the game
Shiva
2 of
called it in
Adfin.
this one.
Yeah.
These fools are about to be done, son.
So they have a counter to Lasso now. At least a decent way to deal with the Bat Rider. They have a stronger carry to lane against the Bat. They have a pretty good amount of
10
bursts. They can
seconds
actually blow heroes up and get a quick pick to start fights. Important against Chen. You don't want him to get off Hand of God every time you initiate. I'm liking LC's draft so far.
This is an old Goblak draft as well. He used to pick Abaddon, Nature's Prophet,
Reserve
and then
time.
you'd shield the Nature's Prophet, and then he just TPs into gank with a shield on top of him, and all of a sudden it's like magic burst damage on top of
Yeah.
the Nature Prophet right click.
Not too shabby. All right, last 2 picks. Couple more bans. What are we thinking,
Come on,
guys?
Juggernaut. I'm thinking.
I think
Jug would be
Invoker
great
for
for
Na'Vi,
Na'Vi.
but it's probably going to get banned.
Actually, I love Jug because he's great against Gyro Lion. The Healing Ward's fantastic with the lineup. They only have Treants to try and snipe the Healing Ward, which isn't really that reliable.
Like, what's Abaddon going to do against the Healing Ward? You know?
And he can't do anything. So I think Jug would be a great pick.
He's extinct though. Nobody picks him. He's a forgotten hero in DreamLeague. So
We've seen Na'Vi pick Juggernaut and go with Juggernaut offlane only if Magnus is picked up for Dendy. And then they have the Magnus Juggernaut combination. We've not seen it with Bat Rider Dendy before. Invoker gets banned by themselves actually.
okay, not too shabby. We got one more ban coming up from London
And
Conspiracy.
both teams
Seconds
need their mid
remaining.
still.
Yeah. Now, who do you want?
Yeah.
Not want?
Is there a chance that they
5
go for Nature's
seconds
Prophet mid?
remaining.
So they
For Lone
banned,
Conspiracy?
they banned Invoker. by
Means Queen of
Na'Vi.
Pain?
Queen of Pain's amazing against
Reserve
Gyrocopter.
time.
You know, early BKB buyer, you have the ulti that goes through it.
I'm wondering if Na'Vi wants something a little bit. That's where like the.
I'm sticking to the Dandy, but
Okay.
I mean, it could even be a mid Jug potentially. Like we have seen other teams run it. It's not so
Yeah.
much a Dendy hero, but
Navi's
if they think
turn
it suits
to
the
pick.
overall game plan,
they banned the Quap.
Impossible.
yeah, pretty expected. That's the staple
Ah,
hero,
will be
and it
Windranger.
will be the Windranger again.
Aw,
So
flesh.
Dire
Na'vi
team
sticking with comfort picks.
Yep.
I mean, why fix what's not broken?
True.
Yep.
It's
3
not
runs.
Windrun is not that strong this game though. They have so much magic damage. They do have the Venge, they do have the Chen, good defensive supports, but a lot of bursts.
It's really clever too because Na'Vi banned out the Invoker, they kind of forced London Conspiracy to ban out the Queen of Pain, meaning they leave Windranger in the pool. And what is Baby Knight going to play now? Right? Is like, and I asked
10
earlier, is there a chance that Baby Knight
remaining.
will go for the Nature's Prophet mid still? And then we see something else in the offlane. Is that
seconds remaining.
You know, we love that hero.
he used to?
Yeah, I don't think anyone likes Shadow
Yeah.
Like, the hero is like dead.
Reserve time.
He's dead zone.
Bring him back
Yeah.
to London Conspiracy.
No, Zeus it is. Zeus.
Okay.
A ton of magic damage. Zeus, great against Bat Rider, can prevent the initiation.
Prevents the
a
blink.
Vision hero.
Vision is very important, yeah.
Good, great for D-Warding around the Roshan pit, and I mean that's where Navi's been winning games, is those Rosh fights. Sometimes the enemy team doesn't contest that well, but I think this is a really
Passive
nice
is
pick.
also really good against Lone Druid.
Yeah.
Not too bad against Windranger too.
Yeah.
That early game burst damage.
You gotta choose a box, guys. Is it box number 1 or box number 2? Number 1 is Na'Vi, because that's on that
I'm
side.
going to go back for Navi.
That's Shane.
Sorry, guys.
Come
LD.
on.
I really want London Conspiracy to win, but
I love their draft actually. I think this is like the best any team's drafted to deal with Navi's strengths.
Yeah. But is it
And I'm
enough?
gonna go with them. I'm going with LC.
Okay. I'm a lot of conspiracy hype train. How about you, sir?
That was quite an American speech. I'm feeling you, buddy. We're in. Me and LD.
I'll stick
Take it
with
home.
Na'Vi.
America
Down.
for-
Oh, wait, you gotta
Yeah,
do our
the-
special handshake.
Oh, okay.
but we
Give it to me.
It is hopeless. If this is America, I want to say something regarding politics, but I cannot talk about politics because I don't think that's really appropriate. Let's talk about Dota, or let's hear other people talk about Dota. It's time for game 2, Na'Vi versus London
didn't pick a
Conspiracy. I did pick a side
Oh,
with
okay.
Odie
For
Pixel
something,
and
Shiver.
Rascal.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome indeed to the final game of the final series of the day. It's Na'Vi once again against the London Conspiracy, and this is the final game to see if Na'Vi can get that clean sweep today, if London Conspiracy can stop them in their tracks. And we saw right at the end of that draft, Baby Nut being forced into a bit of a corner, ends up with the Zeus though, still a strong pick.
I like it, actually. In these types of lineups, you know, it's good deep push. A lot of people, I think, forget that, especially when you're trying to breach high ground with heroes like Lone Druid and whatnot. You know, LD already mentioned on the panel, good against heroes like Batrider, being able to get vision, stopping the blink initiation, all very good things. Even having the Abaddon as like a failsafe, just in case somebody does get lassoed, you have that backup for your gyrocopter. The one glaring issue of London Conspiracy is they are extremely weak against BKB. Now, there's probably only 2 heroes on the team in Na'Vi that are likely to buy it, Dendi being one. I don't even think the Lone Druid buys it. I think General will probably be the second BKB target. And once that happens, it's very hard to stop that kind of initiation unless you're really on point with your Aphotic shield. So hopefully Sullen has some Abaddon experience under his belt. But other than that, yeah, I think their draft is pretty solid. Can definitely do some work here in the early game. Although the one big difference, I suppose you could say, is that London Conspiracy aren't going to have that tempo controlling mid on Baby Knight. It's more of just, I'm going to sit around and hit some creeps. And Na'Vi are going to be the ones in the driver's seat in regards to rotations. So we'll see how London Conspiracy can adapt to that.
I mean, in that sense, because Baby Knight, as you said, isn't going to be that kind of playmaker this game, who do you look onto on the side of LC to make those actions happen in their lineup?
Well, it's mostly just reactionary Dota coming in from London Conspiracy. You just want to make sure that Sullen is in the right position to stop a gank. And I think having this... Oh, Sugard might be in some trouble. Looks like he'll be alright for the time being. But it's a lot to do with just strong lanes, I think, from London Conspiracy is the name of the game. Like, having the Zeus to be able to push out mid is nice. You can stand very far away, makes it hard for the Chen to gank. And just having Kefka in this bottom lane with Sullen, this is a hard lane to deal with, because you just put shield on the Lone Druid and trees are chasing down the other support. So it's not as if Seneko can really contribute in the lane in any meaningful way unless he wants to rotate around with art style. So I would look to see them probably just pressure Baby Knight once he gets a decent creep on art style.
This is, again, how does...
No, he's not getting a kill this time.
Oh, yeah. The stat came off just in time.
Or, you know, he's taking a lot of damage from creeps. All right, it's fine.
But already, I mean, we're seeing the pressure in general. This man, he puts so much pressure on lanes, regardless of whether it's a man on his own or a man with his mate.
It's kind of scary, actually, that he's able to do so much. Now, I would like to watch a replay, actually, and see how the lane plays out for him when he plays Bat, because there are some things that he does that I don't really see a lot of other Batrider players get away with, and it could just be because of the teams that they're playing against, you know, maybe not being the most experienced, but they keep showing that this guy, time and time again, just has phenomenal early games. And even when he doesn't, he still manages to do well.
Well, at the moment, lane-wise, things going fairly even across the board. It's a mid-lane matchup that Dendi is coming out on top of slightly. 12 for 1, 7 for 0 is the Zeus's score for Baby Knight. We'll see how much Dendi can do here. We know that Dendi's been having a great time playing the Wind Ranger recently. And we'll see if this game is going to be another example of that. We can see there, so LC with the Zeus. The 2-1, 66% win rate. That's not too bad. Let's see if they can work with that this game.
Could be turning it into 75 after this.
On the top lane, though, again, General.
He's actually dead, isn't he?
These kills every time.
Oh, he could have committed for that.
This one.
He could have committed for that. He manned down.
I don't know, man. He was one hit away.
Nah, he was like one Firefly tick away from getting that kill, too.
Okay.
And he had a Fairy Fire as well. So I think he could have killed him, but he would have died. But that's worth, though, honestly. Getting the first blood, killing Jalopy. But I'm gonna say his judgment is probably good, considering that he has gone ham in previous games.
Has, yeah.
So maybe he was just like very certain he wasn't gonna get it. Either way, still pressuring the safe lane a tremendous amount once again. Smoke coming in here mid from art style. Baby Knight standing in a not so great spot.
And a lot of trouble potentially. First hit comes through. Then he moves up to the high ground, starts to get the right clicks in. The Shackle will come out, buying time for the power shot to come through, and they'll get it.
He actually missed the power shot, I think. Or was it just so low
level? I think it was just so little damage, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just level 1 and wasn't charged up. Not much.
That level 3 Shackle, man.
First spot on the board. And generally, even though he's not found a kill, we're still continuing to just really play with the side of London Conspiracy and making sure that they keep on their toes.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of abusing fog as well, not giving away free stick charges when he doesn't have to. Bat Rider players out there, take note. If you are standing in fog and you use a spell, it does not give wand charges to the enemy, even if you're in range. But now he's just like YOLO stacking, because why not? Needs to use it to get the CS. Oh!
Rotation from Dendy into the shackle.
That spacing from General, too, was so nice.
Bottom lane, Na'Vi are finding more. They get themselves the kill onto Kefka. Game 1 may not have had the start in terms of kills that Na'Vi would have hoped for, but Game 2, it certainly is them coming out in top in terms of the fights. As they're just in the right place at the right time, and that rotation from Denny just goes to show that.
This is more the Na'Vi that I was expecting in Game 1, just controlling the early game tempo. Although London Conspiracy had a much different lineup, whereas Na'Vi's was more or less the same. Again, 4 out of the 5 heroes that they had. Instead of Beastmaster this time, they have Bat, and the Lone Druid is one they used in the first series up against Ad Finum. So complete same kind of style here.
Sonos General. Now with the rotation for Kefka, they are going to try and punish this Bat's play, and they'll be able to do so.
Look at how much reaction he's forcing, though, out of London Conspiracy. 4 heroes. Nature's Prophet TPs. The Abaddon even came top instead of soaking bottom lane, which I don't really feel was necessary at all. Maybe they were just kind of scared because they didn't have any lane wards down, but I think he could just have been sitting bottom this whole time, getting some much-needed levels and maybe a little bit of gold, too. But Nature's Prophet makes his way back in. So Tower's not going to take... Well, it actually is taking quite a bit of damage here.
Just right, let's find this tower god as well. It's going to allow him to get a good timing on the Midas mid lane. Baby Knight feeling the power of Dendy Knight. Stop at the rotation from Shogar, coming in with the TP. Still onto 2, holding back Na'Vi.
No mana on the Zeus, though. Not able to really do anything else after the fact. Seneko probably going to have to forfeit the rune. Doesn't have really much to do here. Only a level 1 stun.
Top lane P was able to take that illusion away from Dendy as well, looking to top himself up. Seneko might actually find Kefka here with this rotation, drops the ward, now moves into position to find the magic missile. Gonna need some good punches here from the bear. He's gonna come out, but it looks like just a little bit too late. As Sullen comes in with the aphotic shield, allowing to Kefka to walk it off.
Na'Vi are definitely playing their game, though, and that's important. I feel like when they're in this position, so we're gonna see a Shackle just barely miss there. When they're in the driver's seat, they always seem to just run away with the game, especially playing against a team like London Conspiracy, who has, we've already talked about, coming into the series as the underdog. They had a fairly strong early game showing in Game 1, but they proved that their decision-making wasn't quite up to snuff to beat a team like Na'Vi right now. And if Na'Vi just get ahead in the early game, then I can't imagine, like, during these mid-game, really important shot-calling situations that London Conspiracy are going to have maybe as much foresight as Na'Vi do, so hopefully they can get something going a little bit earlier rather than later. Because if this Lone Druid gets that Relic timing, and they gets the Radiance going, and they start 5-manning, London Conspiracy have a decent amount of deep push, but they're not getting anything out of the lanes. Like, they're farming, but that's not enough.
And they do need to find something a bit more. I mean, maybe when the gyro kind of comes online in terms of the item build.
I mean, he's 6 now, so
yeah.
In all honesty, he's got the full stick. He's making his way towards an Aquila. He has a TP. That is pretty much all you need in a gyro to start having some influence in the game. And I would like...
Time being.
Oh, it's good for London Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of breathing room. No smoke is used. No one dies. A little bit of room for Kefka and Baby Knight in the middle lane.
Lion, though. He is going to get gone on here. Should be able to jump in for him, and Snako waltzes straight through. It's rather deep, then. There will be a TP reaction. Actually, it's going to get cancelled, but that on its own was enough to hold Na'Vi back there. So the smoke, for the time being, will be unsuccessful. And it looks like, indeed, they won't be able to find anything with this rotation for the time being.
Oh, it's good for London Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of breathing room. No smoke is used. No one dies. A little bit of room for Kefka and Baby Knight in the middle lane.
Lion, though. He is going to get gone on here. Artstyle coming around the back with the army. 3 stacks onto Sokard. And it will be the takedown again. Na'Vi stick around. They don't find the gyro that they're initially looking for in this top lane, but they do manage to get a kill of some sorts.
Oh, Seneko.
Mid lane.
Oh my god, he's dead.
There's a lot of burst. He gets out a magic missile. There will be a TP coming in from Dendy. Can Dendy do anything to turn this? He's looking for a shackle play, but Baby Knight moves far enough away. Dendy, he's got a double damage with the focus fire, trying to do what he can, but now has to back off. Sprout again from Kefka. Baby Knight closing in again. He's going to look for the magical burst. Can he get himself in range? Yes, he can! Global will do that. And he's
That
able
was
to take him
really...
down.
Really strange from Dendi, actually, that he decided to go that hard. I mean, if he lands the Shackle on the creep, sure. I can see you going for that, you know, going for the kill, whatever. The Abaddon wasn't there. There was no shield to break it. But as soon as that power shot misses, he has to back. But he kept fighting. Like, just overcommitting a little bit too much there. And in the meantime, London Conspiracy pressuring the offlane. So, a little bit of a fight from London Conspiracy there. Ditira, though, in the meantime, just punching the tier 2 with his bear.
This is kind of looking to be a
It's concerning,
bit of a similar Ditira game to when we saw him earlier on the 100 against Outfitnum, where he just was kind of ignored. And yeah, this game we got the Midas, I believe, a little bit slow. I think it was closer to like the 7 minutes or so rather than the 6 minutes that we saw him earlier today do so.
Right. But he's still very much on pace for what he needs to be.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel like it's not that teams ignore him so much. It's just that it's very hard to think about ganking him when Na'Vi are always super active. Like, our style and Seneko synergy lately has been on point. So between the two of them, Dendi playing these impact heroes like Wind Ranger, going for the Max Shackle build, they just create enough space. And, you know, even General, the guy just... There's like a universe of people top lane. They had 4 people gank him at like 5 minutes into the game. I think if I was a carry player, I'd want to play on Na'Vi because I honestly just have so much space. It's insane.
Yeah, it really is. Kefka. Let's come into the jungle there. Maybe see if he can spot out General. General is going to be fine, and he's going to hope that he indeed does stay playing safe because he's very close to that Blink Dagger gold on this Bat Rider. Oh, Star just doing up some of the Ancients. Very close to picking up the mechanism on the Chen.
His item timings have been so fast today. Arcane's almost mech at 11 minutes. Been involved in 2 of the 4 kills they have, almost level 8.
Well, smoking from LC.
Good stun.
Catch out Artstyle. He's certainly gone finger into the cooldown.
They'll take that one. That's a pretty good kill. They even get the creeps. So Chen's going to be off the map for about, I don't know, a minute or 2. Trying to make sure that he's going to get all that stuff back, but... Yeah, killing Chen creeps in the early game I think is very underrated a lot of the time. Like, Holy Persuasion isn't a super long cooldown at level 4, but it's long enough to the point where you have to walk all the way around the jungle, you got to get all your creeps back. It's just a hassle. It sets him back. Something that London Conspiracy will be more than happy with, at least for the time being. And even, you know, Sugard, he's level almost 7. He's halfway to Blink if he wants to go for that, or he can go back for the Ether Lens. We've seen some Lions doing that as well. And speaking of, Baby Knight has his completed.
General, on the topic of the Blinks, is just under over 100 away from his own. So it looks like he should be able to find this one without any hiccups. It doesn't look to be that LC are going to be making any movements around into Radiant's jungle anytime soon. So they will be able to find that for them, and of course now, when that is picked up, we'll start to see Na'Vi trying to make some action happen.
I think it's actually London Conspiracy who need to be concerned about, like, dictating tempo. Of course, with the Blink Dagger on the Bat Rider, you're going to look to General to start the fights and whatnot, and that's good for Na'Vi. But the Radiance timing on the Bear is going to be so fast. Like, Deiros, he's just being left completely alone. No pressure, just farming the woods, farming the safe lane, going back and forth. No aggressive warding coming out from London Conspiracy whatsoever. Just a rune ward.
This might be the rotation that they've been looking for.
Yeah.
We'll see.
They don't have Finger, though, so... Oh, they can kill the Bear, actually.
I don't want to go for the bigger kill.
I actually would have just killed the Bear. I would have been like, oh, free Bear. Easy. Got a Zeus and a Lion around, but... Good positioning here from Ditira. Not going to get punished at all. Now they're going back. They're like, maybe the Bear's still there. Go get it. Well, they're not smoked anymore, so they're not going to know he's killing that creep camp until... Oh, the ward. They see the Bear. Zeus isn't here, though, so they're not going to kill it.
Lion.
I mean, that thing's 300 gold. It's not bad. Yeah. I think it's 300 gold and experience, if I remember correctly, to kill that thing.
They're going to try again. Sprout coming through Nature's Wrath. They're looking for the Bear potentially, and they do get it. That's going to be the 300 gold bounty going down and towards the line. That's going to be towards that Blink Dagger Fun. Savage Roar coming out from Ditira. He's trying to keep himself alive. He's incredibly close to it. Oh, that's Sprout, though! Oh, no! That's an Arteezy wet dream there, actually working towards the favor of the enemy, pushing them out and back to safety. My goodness, and he needed that as well. He was so close to Relic, Andy.
That kill would have been nice, but at least they're going to get the tier 1, and they killed 1 Bear. So it wasn't as if it was a complete waste. Obviously not what they were looking for. And unfortunately, again, the Zeus was just not in a good position for that, like the first sprout that came out that actually hit.
Hey.
That's some damage right there.
Dire's top tower has
The
fallen.
old 1-2 Thunder God's Wrath.
Yep.
Aru.
I want to see the Mario jump.
Go on.
The Zeus taunt is so good, actually.
Jealousy. I mean, having another shot trying to find Dichirai. Gets the Savage Roar out. Sending the rest of the Spirits to be back. Kefka coming in with the TP.
No fear at all. Just, I'm in. You know, they could even use this time to go for something like Roshan. It's not going to be the fastest Rosh, but with Treants and whatnot, it's not a very high-risk one, I suppose. Going for the tier 1 safe lane might be the better shot, though. Haster in here for Baby Knight, too. This will be a pretty good timing, actually, for London Conspiracy. They won't have the Zeus ult up just yet, but they have a pretty good item progression, all their heroes. Abaddon has ulti. Lion has Finger as well.
Now they can go all in on this. Dandy needs to be careful. The wraparound's already coming through. Blink away from Dandy straight away into the sidelines. General looking to Firefly himself back safe as well, but then comes the lightning bolt onto Dandy. They've got the vision, and they will take him down. They'll get the kill onto the Wind Ranger. General still keeping himself safe on the sidelines. Looks like he'll be fine, blinking away just in time as well, back towards the south. So it will just be Dandy, but that is a Wind Ranger kill nonetheless. Enough.
And then
Hold on,
Dandy.
Let's duke out the cooldown here with the wages of the game, where they are able to hold on. But as we say, that Dichirai with the relic picked up. Radiance is going to be right round the corner. Suddenly things are suddenly going to get a lot scarier for the side of LC unless they're able to find a little bit more during this period.
Yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head. It feels very reminiscent of Game 1, where they were getting kills, but they're not really getting a lot in the way of objectives. I feel this game has a very similar feeling. You know, you see the offlane tier 1 still alive, safe lane tier 1 still alive. Roshan hasn't been taken yet. It's 16 minutes in.
Hold on,
Dandy.
Let's duke out the cooldown here with the Wind Run, running himself away, making sure he's not caught out by the slow, but now he's in the tree lines and he's yet taken down again. A quick kill, it's second one in succession for London Conspiracy. Very, very nice pick off for them to have, and especially twice.
All right, there we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Get a kill, get a tower. Get a kill, get Roshan. Get a kill, wash your hands, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is, getting something after the kill is what separated, I think, Na'Vi in the first game from London Conspiracy, and I'm happy to see that, you know, unfortunately for Dandy, he's having a bit of an off game.
They might
I
find the
think.
Venge as well.
Top tower is under attack.
Kefka, he's found Seneko.
Yeah, he's dead. Easy peasy.
This is looking very, and that's a gem. That is a gem.
Oh my. That's actually really bad.
Okie dokie do.
They will get the tier 2 though, I think, with the Chen and the Lone Druid. Just those two can pretty much push as much as they want. And that's Radiance done on the bear. Okay, so London Conspiracy, they got a big Ancient stack. They're gonna get Batrider as well.
Indeed, the link for the Lion. Catching him out. And Jelly's actually saving up the money here. I mean, do you think he's contemplating a few different ways of building this gyro this game? He's got 2.3 on him.
I feel like the SMY gyro
Yeah.
with Dom is pretty standard, but he could just go BKB as well.
Mech now done on the Nature's Prophet.
It's going to be SMY for the gyro.
Okay.
It's just not really that much magic burst that you have to worry about from Na'Vi. You know, okay, you might be able to stop like a swap initiation into a stun or something like that, but you're only blocking the stun portion, and you can still get lassoed. So, like, rushing at BKB is not really optimal, I think, in these situations. You just want to go for the greedier play, which I'm happy to see him make after watching the way that Game 1 played out. Like, going for the more all-in style of play and it not working out because they just couldn't get the right objectives in the time frame that they had given their items.
A lot of lines being drawn on the map here. Roshan is up. RV, they'd love to take it, but LC, they certainly have got the fight that would pack a punch around the
yeah.
Especially with his fail pickup now done by Jelly on his
He's gonna hurt so badly. This one is gonna get scouted. They're gonna see the bear.
If General can find a pickoff before this begins, that would be a great way to start the fight. Lasso onto Jelly. Can they save him? They're trying to get in, but the Abaddon can't do it in time. He can't save his friend. That's the Gyro down, and Na'Vi looking to move in for more. Kefka actually TPing into this one. They're pushing them back. There'll be a buyback from Jelly on the Gyro, realizing that they do need to fight now. Cooldown coming in. They will catch on to Artstyle, so at the least, they'll find one. Can they try and find themselves anything more here? Solon being held back. They'll get the Hex onto Dendi. There's the root onto Solgado. The Finger will do it. They found themselves a second. Wind Ranger down as well. Jelly continuing to move forward for more. Might have to just settle here for the bear, and he will. Get the bear down.
No.
Oh, he whiffs it. He whiffs it. The reset coming through. Kefka, oh, he traps Ditcherar in with him. He says, hey, come and join me in the party ring. Me and you in the bushes out back.
Now we're talking. That's the kind of team fight I like to see. General's still kind of sticking around, seeing if there's anything he can do. He's just making a trail of fire to delay the Roshan, and he's like, come in here if you want, but you will burn.
They got a blink online if he can. He's actually walked to the Firefly.
He's actually buying a pretty decent amount of time with just that Firefly.
Yeah.
The heroes on London Conspiracy are so low, I don't even know if they can do this without trees. Still 10 seconds on cooldown. I think they have to actually back. That is painful. I mean, they got a lot of kills, so obviously worth.
No, and it was a very smart buyback from the Gyro.
Yeah, they just need to make sure that they don't give away Roshan now, because if they do, that fight was for naught.
London Conspiracy game 2. I mean, game 1, as we said at the beginning, there certainly was some showing, but game 2, they've managed to extend that start into the mid game, and it was a start as well that looked to favor Na'Vi.
I'm really liking the way the Zeus is playing out, though. That's the big thing. Like, the Veil synergy with not only the Zeus but the Lion. Like, Dendi got, when he got fingered to level 1, normally only does 450 damage. With Veil, it does 562. So he just got annihilated as soon as they caught him out with the initiation. And of course, Sogard having that earlier blink in this game is helping tremendously to chase down those stragglers. But London Conspiracy not making the same mistake twice.
He's managed to get the Hex onto General, the stun as well. The pop down, the Sprout for Vision. General looking for the TP out. They got the damage to do it. Yes, they do.
This should be Roche.
LC.
Yep.
Really turning it up here in game 2. I mean, still there is this ever-looming issue of this lone druid farming up a tree. But when the fights are going this well, I think LC, they will be very happy with the way that this game is panning out at the moment, especially if they can get away with this Roshan. But Na'Vi, they are moving across to the pit. They're going to look to try and contest this one.
They have no Bat Rider.
Let's see what they can do indeed without General. Power shot comes through. They see that Roshan now about a third health.
They need more trees. Their trees are dead.
Oh, swap onto Kefka. They've got the Magic Missile as well. Cooldown will come through now. Jellaby moving in. Coming out with a burst from the Zeus. Baby Knight trying to burst down Denny. He gets the focus one to Kefka. Kefka's going to be going down, but Baby Knight might be able to clean this one up. Hanagot comes through, but Denny, he gets the shackle onto Baby Knight, holding him back for the time being. They've taken down Arstal on the sidelines. Solon popping the ult. He's going to be fine for the time being. There's a buyback for the Nature's Prophet coming in. They get the vision onto the Snake on the Vengeful Spirit. They will take him down. There's both of the supports down at the moment onto the side of Na'Vi, and LC move back into the pit. They've still got the cause. General's back in the game. He's got that lasso. Can they get in the pit and stop this one, though? Just the three of them, Na'Vi. With
this
LC,
is the last bear. There's no resummon after this.
All three of them getting savaged back to base. The finger coming out to General, and he's gone. And with the back gone, this should be a clean Roshan for London Conspiracy, 16-6. They continue to just, in what seems to be the first game today where Na'Vi themselves are being outplayed. And that's the Aegis on Jalopy.
I don't know if they had like a pep talk after game 1 or everyone just decided to actually put on their headsets, but it seems like London Conspiracy are all on the same page here in game 2. Understanding the importance of Roshan at this stage in the game, getting it for the gyro. SNY is now done on Jalopy as well. And that once very fast Radiance timing coming in from Ditchera, you know, he spent a lot of the last, I would say, 5 or 6 minutes running around trying to help fight and stop that Roshan attempt coming in, but not going to be enough. And this Zeus pick, this thing is just doing so much work in fights. I would like to see like
much damage. Yeah.
The damage dealt versus the rest of his team has got to be astronomical.
I mean, LD's just picked up a hood.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like you want to go pipe against Zeus pretty much every game.
Oh, cooldown. It's going to catch General again with the Thunder God's Wrath. Kefka going through the Sprout. He will get the vision. General 70 HP. Baby Knight. He's got a Blink Dagger. He's not got it. Actually, he's not got it out to him yet. Oh, still on the courier.
Yeah,
still on the courier. Unfortunately, if he had that blink, he would have got that. Okay.
Oh,
Nature's Wrath. Hey.
He had that. Wow, that was actually sick.
That tree and giving him vision.
And that root.
To hell and back and back to hell and back to the Lion.
Yeah, he's almost got Ether and Blink. He's actually super rich.
Just 500 away from having that ring. And they're still not yet to take this top tier 1. I mean, if LC could get this, that's going to put them in a very good place to have that done.
Yep. I guess the question for Na'Vi is, do we just keep playing our super aggressive game? Because it's kind of getting to that stage where it's not so easy to burst the gyro anymore. You're fighting into a potential Aegis. Do we just wait for our next item timing where Dendi maybe picks up like a BKB? Because he's going a very similar build we saw him do earlier. And I kind of feel like he needs that BKB against Zeus because he is just getting just dominated in these team fights. You get Veil cast on you, a Zeus ult, and one bolt takes him down to like 300 health. Like, that's how much damage Zeus does. It's insane. So they're really struggling with that damage output right now, and I think until BKB and Pipe comes out on Na'Vi, taking a 5-man engagement seems like way too much. So maybe look to see them split up the map a bit more, try to buy some time for the item progression to come out on Ira and Dendi respectively.
Ping's coming out. General eyeing up Jellapi. He doesn't really have anyone around to help him do anything.
You know, even if he doesn't get that kill, he's still kind of hanging around, making London Conspiracy a little bit more scared maybe than they would be. He's playing like the bounty hunter role, you know, just going around gathering information and whatnot. Also helping just grant a bit of vision as that ward's going to be fading soon. But, you know, London Conspiracy, man. Impressive stuff. Taking that first game couldn't have been, you know, I'm sure they had a discussion about it. You know, there kind of has to be that thing where like, all right, guys, we can do better than that. Let's just make sure we play our game. Game 2, we had a good start. This time they actually didn't have as good of a start.
So they can get Baby Knight here. But Baby Knight blinking himself away, not going to allow himself to get lassoed. Indeed. Just holding him back here with the pass and making it hard for General to find those blink initiations. One thing that was just picked up, of course, though, is Ditchira's completed pipe. And this is going to be pretty huge in these team fights against, obviously, the magical damage of LC. And will make it a lot harder to burst down some of these squishies like Dendi on his Wind Ranger.
Yeah, it's going to help tremendously. Not only that, but of course, recently they did add the 10% extra magic damage mitigation on the pipe aura as well, so that's going to help too. And Aether's done on the Lions, so it's getting a little bit scary for Na'Vi. They have a little showing a weakness in terms of their hero composition for the next, you know, 10 or so minutes, maybe less. I guess Dendi's sitting on 1,500 gold, so as soon as he gets up his BKB, I think they're going to be in much, much better shape. And in that same light, I would like to see London Conspiracy to keep doing what they're doing right now. Just keep pressuring, making sure they're getting whatever objective they can while they are still at this really large power spike that Na'Vi just seemingly can't deal with. Because you see the way that Na'Vi are playing this, they are not looking to fight. They can get a pick, great. If General can find somebody and pull them out of position, that's fine. But they don't want to take a full 5-on-5 assault against London Conspiracy's damage output because they just can't deal with it right now. Maybe the pipe would be enough, but even the tier 2, they're not looking to defend right now.
Jellapi, he has just picked up the completed BKB. I mean, are you liking the BKB purchase here, or would you have liked to see him go for something a little bit more aggressive, or is there a reason why it's necessary against this lineup? Because they do have ways to fight through the BKB Na'Vi.
It's okay, I guess. It's just one of those items that you kind of always buy on Gyro because you want to be in the middle of the fight, and that's the most important part. You can still get nuked by the Chen, you can get stunned, you can get shackled. There are some disables that you can kind of get rid of by having the BKB, and of course the damage that is associated with like Bat Rider being in the middle of a fight with Firefly everywhere. So it's never going to be bad in my opinion on Gyro to buy BKB, but he probably could have gone a greedier option. I guess though with the Aegis fading, maybe he felt like since they didn't actually do a whole lot with it that he should just go for an item that makes him really tanky in the fight, and BKB will do that for sure. Because the right click damage, we talked about it, you know, on London Conspiracy a bit earlier, but even on Navi's side, it's not super high because Dendi just doesn't have the farm yet, and he doesn't have, you know, Aghanims. He's being forced into BKB just due to the nature of London Conspiracy's lineup. So he's not going to be that terrifying, like, I'm going to shackle you and then focus fire you down type of hero until quite a bit later. So I think that Jellapi, with a 22 armor and 1,700 health and a BKB, is going to be a hard target to take down.
And I guess the pace that this game is going as well, see. I mean, are they in any rush to win this game? I guess there is a lone druid in the playing field, but are you fairly confident with Vijaro taking this on?
I think you kind of want to... It's tough, because with Bat Rider, Wind Ranger, Lone Druid, you can go almost as late as you want, in my opinion, because Wind Ranger is always going to be really scary if you can land a good 2-hero shackle. You know, ideally you hit Sultan with somebody else, because that way you can't get the Aphotic Shield out. But that happens, you pop BKB, you kill that hero like almost 100% of the time on a late game, like 6-slotted Wind Ranger. And of course, Lone Druid has 12 inventory slots, so he's not going to be that bad. I guess it's just a matter of, can they hold the map control? Because that's usually the bigger question, I think, is since Na'Vi are being pressured so heavily, are they ever going to be able to get the map back in their favor? Like, utilize the Bat Rider for initiation and get some good aggressive warding going. Because if they can do that, they can very easily regain their foothold in this 20 or 30-minute game so far. But if London Conspiracy are allowed to just walk around and do whatever they want, it could be quite a different tone.
I can see that Baby Knight was just pushing out the lane, pops the ult, checking the whereabouts of Na'Vi. And at the moment, we've certainly started to seem to slow down in terms of the action. Neither team really looking for it. I mean, Jellypy is on 2.4k, so...
MKB for sure.
Yeah, maybe there's a part of him that says we don't want to really fight until they get that. I mean, they see the pipe out, maybe they feel they need the physical damage.
It's not a bad way to play, especially if you're very confident in fighting around Roche. So if you think you can win the Roshan fight next time and just be like, oh yeah, we'll just get this, you know, then it's fine. But Na'Vi with the nice positioning here, pushing into the tier 2 mid. Obviously a more valuable tower than the tier 1 offlane.
And when the push is certainly good for Na'Vi, I mean, just looking at those auras that they got stacking up.
Yeah, yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's still scary for London Conspiracy. They're not out of the woods just yet. They are ahead, but not by a huge margin right now. And Na'Vi have shown in game 1 they do have very good decision making, and they can turn around even the ugliest of early games.
See how much of a hold LC can maintain on this bottom tier 2. TPs are coming through. They are ready to fight. Danafi want to look for it.
They
General
really
clicking
wanna
away.
go.
Yeah, Jellypy's moving straight in on this one. On the
Oh,
sidelines though. Baby Knight is going to get lassoed up. It's going to be a nice cooldown in Jellypy. Moving in with a flat cannon finger onto Seneca. That's Seneca got the stun onto Artstar. They're looking to find themselves a second one here, and they'll find it. London Conspiracy with 2. They do end up losing the Zeus. General trying to find a second in return, but can't quite finish up the line. Chekhov Light Truth and Dendy isn't going to latch onto Jellypy. So they will be fine. It'll be a 2-for-1. But it is the 2 supports for the 1 core, so all fairly even. Root to Jellypy. Jellypy having a good shot at trying to kill the bear here with the stun.
The shackle.
Just do it here. General thrown in the flame break onto 4. Indeed the shackle holding Solon back, but he'll still get the chance to get the Alphotic shield out onto his mate and get him out of there. Jellypy very, very aggressive here and falling incredibly low. Needs to be careful. Dendy jumps forward, trying to make the plays, but he gets stunned up. There'll be a 4-star, bringing him back out of the fight. He'll be fine for the time being. Power shot, nearly finding Jellypy, but the bear at the moment, with the Radiance burn damaging, just forcing LC back to base. And that'll be the space that they need there. So it may have been a 2-for-1 trade favoring LC, but still, Na'Vi find the space. They get the push onto the tier 2, and they should be able to find this tower to come on top overall in this trade.
Oh, Jellypy really wants this deny. He will get it. Okay, so nicely done by him. A couple of things about that engagement. Baby Knight went super ham.
He blinked straight in.
He actually just blinked into the back rider. He's like, no,
all right.
let me get that for you. Let me get that for you. But even with that, he still gets his ultimate off. Didn't, unfortunately, get the Veil before he died. And you can see the difference in the team fight when Baby Knight's not there. They just have so little damage output unless the gyro is standing there hitting with like flat cannon.
The Na'Vi expect this.
What a stun, actually.
Indeed, onto 2. Catching Seneko and General as well. They'll only be able to finish with the kill on Seneko. 4v5 this is going to be if Na'Vi want to try and take this. Let's see, moving in. The ping's coming out. Jellypy, 3.5k gold on top of the BKB. Yet to spend it. Jumping in. Baby Knight spamming out. Trying to get the vision on the high ground. Checking what's going to be the fighting force here from Na'Vi. They are hanging around. General, fire flying. He's got the lasso. It's only Jellypy in the pit at the moment. Solon outside. Ready to use the save if necessary. Jellypy coming in. Can't quite find the lasso, so Fire flies himself casually back over to his half of the map. LC still a little hesitant to commit to this Roshan, even with 1 man down on Na'Vi. They know it's a risky play.
It is a bit scary. Bat is like one of the best Roshan heroes you can possibly get. Just being able to isolate somebody in that kind of area where there's so much rocky terrain and just high ground places, it's very hard to deal with. So understandable. London Conspiracy feeling all right, though. You know, they can just send the Nature's Prophet top if they want to. Just have him slow push out that lane. We've seen it all the time when people are playing Dire. You know, you slow push one lane with Furion, you start Roshan, you force the enemy team.
Oh! Na'Vi! All right.
Power outage?
I've just been dropped.
Yeah, I think it's a power outage or internet outage.
Rest in peace, Na'Vi.
Well then.
Wow.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're at boot camp. Dilat says as everyone's just...
Goodbye, Na'Vi.
Somebody kicked the power cable.
Possibly.
Yeah, I've actually had that happen before.
Have you?
Yeah, like there were like when I was younger, my brother had a friend who had a bunch of PCs in his house, and they were in the basement. And, you know, they just have like this cable running across the floor that was apparently the power to like all the computers. And randomly someone kicked it and everyone's just like, what happened? What happened? There was panic. Much panic.
Well, Na'Vi are back.
There we go. It
At
wasn't
least
too
their
long.
internet is.
Wasn't too long.
Let's get back on. It wasn't. That was a quick fix. Why are we playing Lion King?
Why not? Because it was Lion on the screen.
Oh,
Come on, man.
okay.
You're not on your meme game
I
today,
mean, that's
Owen.
not really a meme. That's just stupid.
Wow. Flame. That's
I'm
flame.
joking. I love your production. Owen is AFK. My mind is.
Yeah, he's somewhere
my
else
brain
right now.
is.
All right,
Hey,
so
hey.
game on.
On with the show.
Thank you, production. Thank you for that. I needed to hear that
How do you know they weren't talking to you?
because I got the reference.
Oh. There we have it. AC done, BKB for the Lone Druid and the Wind Ranger respectively, and they want to fight Na'Vi with the wraparound. This might actually catch LC off guard here. Jumping from General, catching the lasso onto the line. Lines brought in straight away. The cooldown will come out from Jellaby, but Jellaby, Baby Knight Solon, they've got to be careful about how they take this fight here. Jellaby turns around, pulls the BKB, healed up by Solon, trying to get himself in with the flat cannon shots, but there are already 2 down on the side of LC, and maybe even more to fall. Jellaby being forced back to the left, Kefka being forced up to the north into his jungle. The flame break, oh, it's no to bounce Jellaby back, but it doesn't matter. Deddy jumps in with a focus fire, takes down a third. Ditchara finds himself a double as he cleans up the Abaddon as well. It's only Kefka's Nature's Prophet able to get out of that one.
That was perfect from Na'Vi. Like, absolutely perfect. Their BKB timing, Dendi popping the 10-second there, ensuring that the Zeus does no damage. They get a catch on the Lion of all
He
heroes.
still did a lot of damage to Zeus. It just wasn't enough for the kills.
He
to the
still
part.
did it, yeah. He did all his whole combo while Dendi was BKB'd, so at the end of it, obviously, the Zeus is dead. But Dendi's still in fighting shape. BKB was also popped by Jellaby, not able to really get anything done during that time because no MKB against the Wind Ranger. And this is what I was talking about, you know, Na'Vi can go later because they know the MKB is not going to be done. And when BKB is on Dendi and he pops Wind Run, literally cannot take damage. Magic immunity, auto attack immunity, Gyro doesn't do anything, Zeus doesn't do anything. This is a huge power spike for Na'Vi. They show, again, how well they understand their lineup and what it's capable of. Very nice fight. And this could even just be Rax, because that's an Assault Cuirass on that bear.
And there's no fortification in sight for the side of LC. And oh, baby, now
That's
swapped
bad.
in. Focus fired down by
That's
Dendi.
no buyback.
And that may be the end of this one. Kefka as well caught out. He'll try and run. And that's that by the looks of it. 2 down, no buyback. Solon trying to battle up. Dendi jumping forward. Looking for the plays here, and he'll find it. Double kill for the Wind Ranger. Jellaby, he's coming in. There's a buyback from Kefka.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Na'Vi, they're ready to go back in. Dendi, good for a jump. He's going to look for the angle. He gets himself in. Nat Shackle catching out the Abaddon on the sidelines, and Solon's gone. Jellaby getting caught out as well. It's a power shot to the backside. Artstyle finishes off there with a double kill on his Chen. Root onto Kefka. He's gone as well. 4 dead on LC. There's a buyback from Jellaby, but he's all alone. There will be Lion back in the game in 10 seconds, but 1 Rax down on the bottom lane. Na'Vi with his push, they move to the mid, looking to claim
It's
more
dying
from the
so
side
fast.
of LC.
Oh god, are they just gonna Mega? They actually kill the base so fast.
Has fallen.
That's how you win Dota.
Alright.
Jellaby swapped him. He'll try and give it a little bit of a final hurrah with this flat cannon, but he just hasn't got the damage to bite through Na'Vi at this point. Maybe with the Thunder God's Wrath, though, he could try and look to go back in, but the pipe comes out. Jellaby magic missile out. Lasso onto Baby Knight. GG is called, and Na'Vi have indeed done it here today at DreamLeague. 4 victories, not dropping a single game. $4,000 in the bank, and pretty much a guaranteed spot now at LAN, I'd imagine. I'm sure the panel will have a look at the standing with us in a bit. But what a performance indeed. And LC, on kind of a turn of events, I feel that they actually gave Na'Vi a little bit more of a run for their money than Venom did today.
Yeah, I gotta say, London Conspiracy's early game and the first one seemed really strong. The second game, they had a really nice kind of cohesive game plan. You understood what they wanted to do. Personally, I feel like the Abaddon fell a little bit flat this game. I didn't see any real fights where he was able to shield the lasso. Middle kind of stands out in my mind. You know, they smoke in, obviously, so Sullen wasn't necessarily in the greatest position, but he had 4 staff, he had a Photic shield available, wasn't able to save the Lion, and that ends up just being a complete stomp in favor of Na'Vi. And unfortunately, off the back of such a strong timing, they just steamrolled, because Ditya goes through that whole game. You know, we talked about him just farming. And it's like, okay, we remember why Lone Druid is good. He kills the base super fast. They get punished one time super hard, game's just over.
Absolutely. And as I said, it was impressive plays, but certainly individually from Elsie in game 1. In game 2, they managed to bring it together a little bit more as a team. But at the end of the day, Na'Vi just playing too good at the moment.
I agree.
They are playing too strong, and it was much too much for London Conspiracy despite the glimmers of hope they had that game. Na'Vi, they had the game plan, they executed it perfectly, and indeed, 4 victories today for the side of Na'Vi. That's it for the games from myself and Andy, so from us two, we'll see you tomorrow. But don't go anywhere, because it's time to head to the panel for some post-game on Na'Vi 2-0ing the side of London Conspiracy.